Today, I'm going to be going through a strategy that can be used to figure out when the next bullish movement on GameStop is happening and also potentially when the next squeeze slash even the MOAS is happening. So just before we get into that, give a like on the video. You've really helped me out a lot. And if you are not subscribed, please do, because you don't want to miss out on any GameStop news because we're bringing this daily. Just before we get into the indicator, I just want to show you GameStop's price for the day. Started at about 183, got up to highs of 185, and then has been on a bit of a downturn, down 2.5% at around about $179 a share. So that isn't too bad because we still wanted to be above this line of support that is held from February, March, May, and even middle of July. So that's really the goal. We want GameStop to be ahead of here because this seems to be the new lows, and the lows are always increasing, which is what we want. We want the lows to increase, and then in turn this will keep the price higher. Then they'll get margin called, and then everything will explode. So what is the type of strategy and indicator that I'm going to be looking at? Well, it is of course the MACD, and this is the moving average convergence divergence, and this is a trend following momentum. And this is a momentum indicator that shows the relationship between two moving averages. You can see these two lines here, and this is subtracting the 26-day exponential moving average from the 12-day. And what this does is you can see that we have the MACD line in blue and then the signal line in orange, and if we click on there you can see that these are the values here. And when there is bullish movements, you can see when the MACD crosses over the signal line. When that is done in the past, you can see it's crossed here, it's crossed here, and it's also crossed at the start of the MOAS. So these are very bullish moves that we can see. And if we look more recently and zoom right in, this has been another bullish move. So what does this show? Well, if you can see, you can also see that this is displayed in terms of the histogram of these bar charts here, and this shows the type of momentum and what's happened really in terms of these moving averages. So if we just want to quickly touch upon exponential moving averages, these are a type of indicator that tracks the price of a stock, and it is a weighting moving average, and it gives weighting and importance to recent data rather than just the normal moving averages, which is an average over the 21 days, and then it plots that. This gives more weighting to recency, which shows the momentum of the stock. So if we just go here, you can see that here's some examples of MACD, and when the signal line crosses, the histograms cross, and then you can see bullish price movement. And if we go back to GameStop and zoom out a little bit, there has been 3 key times where this has showed very bullish movements during the initial short squeeze. Then the momentum slowed. You can see it slowed, so it slowed. The MACD lines crossed over, and then you can see that the downward pressure was slowing again, and then at this point, bang, the price went up to 350. It hit the 350, then there was a downward pressure from the shorts. Once again, went down, crossed over, negative movement, negative movement, negative movement. Now, the only other time it's crossed has actually been around here. This was only for 3 days, I believe. So we want to really track this most recent cross to see if it beats the 3 days and continues in this pattern. Then if it does continue, for example, this one did, you can see that was the secondary 350 again. Then it was stopped by the shortening of the ETFs, and there's been some downward pressure, downward pressure, downward pressure. So if we just zoom in on here, you would see that this is just going down and down and down. But because what the MACD shows is that, yes, it is going down, but it's slowing. This is what these lines coming together mean, and eventually crossing the pressure, the downward pressure slowed, 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 and then bang, you can see now it's bullish movements. So what we want to do is track this for the next few days, see if the bullish movement continues, see if it's still positive momentum, and if it is, then this could be one of the other 3 instances of when the price shot up massively. So really telling these next couple of days, down today, which is a bad sign, but we want to see what the MACD line gives us for tomorrow. Right, guys, just a quick short video there on MACD. Hopefully that made sense. Hopefully it can be used. Hopefully you can add it to your tools, whether in GameStop or in other stocks. It is very, very useful. It's a simple indicator that can be quickly used to distinguish price movements and seeing what's happening next. Right, guys, just want to say thanks again. Give a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys next time.